Shalom, back with part 2, Bible wisdom, the righteous and the wicked. Let's continue. As I was just saying, all right, how fear came over them, all right? Let me take you over here, all right? We'll get back to the Job and Psalms, the wisdom. We'll get back to that in a moment. What did I say? 11th chapter, all right? All right. Let's see here. All right, we'll pick it up here, verse 8, all right? And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Again, that's talking about America, Babylon the Great. That is the great city, all right? Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, abominations of the earth, all right? And again, I shouldn't have to explain to you why it's known as spiritually Sodom, as in Sodom and Gomorrah, or Egypt being the house of bondage for the Israelites. You people should be able to figure that out for yourselves. It's quite simple, right? Where our Lord also was crucified. Was he crucified here? No, not in the physical sense that you're talking, may think about, no. But he was spiritually. Okay, and everything is spiritual. So he was cast off. He was cast aside, and they gave you, a white man, an Edomite. All right, a homosexual sodomite at that, Caesar Borgia, as your Jesus Christ. Okay, which is what? A false idol of worship. You understand that? Which goes back to Serapis Christos. Okay, so you people, you don't research. This is why the Lord says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, all right? They have not known me. They are foolish and sottish children, which means stupid, senseless, all right? Okay? They have no knowledge, all right? Yeah, to do evil, they know how to do that. But to do good, they have no understanding, all right? You people are lost. You're blinded. Okay? If our gospel be here, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world, who is Esau, Edom, right? The white man, has blinded the minds of them that believe not. See? And believe in what? The truth. Not in deceptions and lies that have been regurgitated for centuries, but in the truth, which doesn't come from your churches, all right? It doesn't come from your media. It doesn't come from your television sets, all right? It doesn't come from your politicians. It doesn't come from your education, which is actually an indoctrination into Edomite supremacy. You understand, people? It doesn't come from any of those places. This is our anti-Messiah system that was set up and designed to be such. All right? America is not what you think it is. America is a corporation owned by the international banking families. Your Rothschilds, your Oppenheimers, your Rockefellers, etc., 13 families and all. That's your cabal. That's your shadow government. Okay? So everything you're seeing, all these governments, they're all puppet governments, all puppet world leaders serving the bankers. Okay? The military, when it illegally invades a nation and goes in to kill, steal, and destroy, all right, to rape, rob, commit murderous genocide, they're not doing it in the name of freedom. That is what they're told. That is what you're told. No, it is to steal the wealth and the resources, okay? To put in a central bank to enslave that nation. They take a man, his house, all right, even his heritage, just like they stole our heritage, okay? You understand that, people? All right? Anyway, let's continue here. All right, so the dead bodies that shall lie in the street, that's talking about the Israelites, all right? And particularly who? the elect, those that the Lord chose to awaken. We'll get to that in a moment. So let's jump down here. And they, the people in kindreds and tongues and nations, shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. That's 350 years. All right, in other words, during the time of slavery. All right, you understand that? And what did they do during that time? Well, basically, they destroyed 2/3 of our people, mentally and spiritually. They reside in the congregation of the dead, which means spiritually, mentally dead. You read that in Proverbs 21:16. He that wandereth out of the way of understanding, meaning what? He's blind, he's lost, shall remain in the congregation of the dead, mentally and spiritually dead. All right? All right, so the dead bodies, 3 days and a half, 350 years, as I said, and shall suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. They shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. In other words, they were busy, they were so proud, celebrating that we were, destroyed, that they destroyed the people, okay, through slavery, hardcore slavery, captivity. As a matter of fact, captivity is not supposed to be anything like that. So Esau went above and beyond the call of duty with his wickedness in our captivity, all right? And I shouldn't have to explain that to you. I believe history explains that to you best, all right? And you cannot stop, you cannot change, you cannot alter history, prophecy. You can't do any of those things, all right? What's done is done, all right? People have to pay for that. All right, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. And that's what they did, right? And make merry and shall send gifts to one another. You know what those gifts were? Us, as slaves, all right? Put on auction blocks, all right? You understand? And we were sold to each other. They would sell us, all right? What does it say in, what is that? Exodus 21:16. He that stealeth a man, all right, or selleth him, or if he be found in his hand as in possession, he shall surely be put to death. Well, that's coming, all right? It's called recompense. It's called reparations, all right? That's what true reparations are. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints of the Israelites. All right, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, they make up 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so that runs from the tribe of Judah, the head tribe, all the way down to the tribe of Issachar. All right, let's continue here. So they shall make merry and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets. Who are the two prophets? Well, if you scroll up, right, chapter 11 here, all right, and what does it say here? And it says, I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 260 days clothed in sackcloth. These are the 2 olive trees, the 2 candlesticks. You see that? Do you people see that? All right. So now you know who the 2 prophets are, right? That's talking about the northern and the southern kingdom of Israelites, made up of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the 2 witnesses. You understand that, people? Right. And where is the Lord's elect coming from? Yeah, the 12 tribes of Israel. All of Israel, right, is not going to be saved, right? 2/3 will be cut off and die on this side. So the Lord is only dealing with his elect, a 1/3 that he will bring through the fire, through the tribulation. Okay? You understand all that? All right? So that should give you some understanding. All right? Okay? The 2 prophets are the 2 witnesses, the 2 candlesticks. You understand? The 2 olive trees. All right? All right. So, and because these 2 prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth, how did we torment them? With the truth, right? What does it say in Thessalonians 2:8? Then shall that wicked be revealed, right? Whom the Lord shall consume. All right. Now, when you get into the word consume, it's talking about, destroying, eating up, destroying. That's what it means, right? Shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Who is the spirit of the mouth of the Lord? His prophets, all right? Again, as an example, what is that? Luke 170, all right? The prophets. And that's all over the scriptures. I'm just giving you that as an example, all right? So, and what does it say here? All right? Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. So how did we torment them? All right, they're being consumed by the truth. The truth is cutting them up. Do you understand? It's destroying them. They're being revealed. You understand that, people? All right? All right. Moving on, whether you do or don't. All right. So, and after 3 days and a half to 350 years, the spirit of life from God entered into them. All right. Go to Ezekiel chapter 37, the valley of dry bones. All right. And the Lord said, prophesied over these, dry bones. And, he put, sinews, he put skin on them bones, and he breathed into them bones. Breathing what? This truth, this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding of the scriptures into those certain men. That obviously these men were selected and chosen from the foundation of the world. Before the world began, they were chosen, all right? Blessed, sanctified, which means made holy and separate, all right? To come into this truth, all right, when they would be called. You understand? All right? It's all scriptural. It's all prophecy. It's all on point. All right? All right. What else here? Okay. So, and after the 3 days and a half to 350 years, the spirit of life of the God power entered into them. I just explained that to you. And they stood upon their feet. And that's what we're doing. We're standing upon our feet, right? And great fear fell upon them which saw them. See, so they're in fear. Why? Because we have this truth. Do you understand? We have this truth. Okay? We have the truth now. All right? And they don't like it. They're hurt by it. Do you understand? They're cut up by it. All right? So they're not laughing anymore, are they? All right? All right. And I heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, which is a metaphor for the chariots. All right? And their enemies beheld them. And you want to further get into that, go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. All right? To get the rest of that story. How the Lord describes what they're going to be saying to themselves when they see the elect of Israelite, their spirits being taken up into the chariots. All right. And then, obviously getting the new bodies. All right. You understand all that, people? All right. So I suggest you jump over there and read that to know that. All right. Anyway, let me take you to, this is Isaiah 26 and 20 to further continue that story about them going into the chariots. So it says here, Isaiah 26 and 20, come my people, enter into thy chambers, the chambers of the chariot, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation, which is the righteous anger of the Lord, be overpassed. Nuclear fire. You understand? All right, we'll be right back with part 3. Shalom.